Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. So today I wanted to come on and do a little longer video as kind of a reflection. So this week was very interesting for me because we always go through these phases where things land different. You could be in the exact same place, in the exact same circumstance, but you could see it differently. And that happened to me this week. So I'd like to share it with you. So when I went to get assigned to a physical therapist, I've been to plenty of physical therapies over the years, and I had completely forgotten about an office I had an absolutely fabulous experience with. But when I was asked where did I want to go, I kind of completely blanked out and was like, I don't know, where's the closest place? It's convenience, right? But I ended up going somewhere that didn't work out. You can go to my Thursday check-in video from yesterday and see what happened on that. But I ended up somewhere familiar. So when we went through the referral process for the second time, interestingly enough, one of the offices that they named was familiar to me. I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that provider. I really, really enjoyed them. And they provided really great therapy, which included ultrasound therapy. And if you've never had that as part of your physical therapy, you are just missing out. I still tell people, it's been over 15 years since I've seen this provider, and I still tell people how much I loved that therapy. So it was kind of really, smack me in the face kind of moment because I was asked my opinion, and how did I miss that, right? So let's talk about how it went after I got in there. So after the first session, and it's not just the ultrasound therapy, we do exercises, sustainability, it's regular PT. But after the first, just one treatment, my bursitis actually reduced by about half. It had gone untreated for over, a month. And actually, I think it was almost a month and a half since the original injury. So it wasn't really moving. The fluid, was just kind of sitting there, and I was really starting to get concerned that it might actually come down to another knee surgery. I've already had two. They're not fun. So after one treatment, it seemed like a miracle. It was down by like 50%. So after a second treatment, it was actually down even more. And so now the swelling is mostly under my knee. It is protruding a little bit over it, but nothing like just a week ago. Pretty phenomenal progress. So let's flash back, because now I'm sitting in this office. It's not the same building, but he's been around the block. Obviously, he's been operating more than 15 years, so he doesn't change a lot. He knows what works and he sticks to it. So I'm doing my exercise, and I'm staring at the wall, and I notice that there's a poster of a vertebrate, right? And then it's associated to different organs and things that might have problems. So basically, if you have an issue with, your vertebrate, it actually neurologically is linked to certain organs and other functions. So if your vertebrate and your nervous flow, your nervous signals, aren't able to go through, then it can actually cause illness in your entire body. And it's all connected, think of tree roots. It's all connected. So then I started thinking, okay, 15 years ago, why was I here? What was going on? And that really brought me to, so it was a car accident. a car accident was the original reason that I went to see this provider over 15 years ago. My then I think 3-year-old daughter and I were T-boned in the middle of a 5-lane traffic road, and it wasn't my fault, but it naturally was jarring for us. So luckily, they thought maybe she had broken her elbow, but turns out she seems to be fine now, and she's, older. So for me, it jarred my C5 and C6 vertebrae. Basically what preceded were several, maybe even more, years of kind of absolute misery. It was like somebody had just hit the first domino, and all these things just started going wrong for me. All these illnesses that I didn't have issues or symptoms with before just started popping up left and right. So I basically had years of surgeries and illnesses and immobility that followed that car accident. But I had just never really connected the dots that all these things happened after the blow to my spine. As I'm sitting there doing my repetitions, there's a poster on the wall. So as I'm thinking of my car accident and I'm looking at the poster on the wall, not only am I looking at the C5 and C6 vertebrae, but I'm also looking at anywhere I had a subluxation. Because I've had several. I started going to a chiropractor when I was actually 14 years old. So I have had spinal issues for over 30 years now. So now I start thinking of the car accident, and then I start moving down the spine. I start thinking, okay, my lumbar, where is that one? My sciatic bothers me. There's several. So then I start thinking, okay, well, what systems, what organs do those vertebrae that are affected, what are they linked to? How could that be contributing to my illness and my discomfort? And I start just kind of trying to connect all the dots that really just didn't land for me 15 years ago. So as I sit here contemplating pretty much my entire adult life and lifetime of illnesses, I of course lose count of the reps that I'm doing. I always end up just doing a little extra. It's fine. So the point of all this is that I was pretty much in the same place, in almost the same situation. Yeah, it's my knee this time. It was my neck last time, but it's all connected. It's all connected. And we just can't see it until after the fact. The hindsight is 2020, and it's unfortunate, but it really it puts it in perspective that maybe once you get that hindsight, maybe you're on the way out of that cycle. And you know what? On a Friday, that's a beautiful thought, to be ending a cycle and seeing from a whole new point of view. So please like and subscribe. I appreciate all your support. I love each and every one of you for being here with me and sharing my journey. I'll see you next time.